Mastering the Art of Searing. Searing adds rich flavor and texture to proteins, and it's a simple technique to master. It's all thanks to the Maillard reaction. It occurs when the amino acids and natural sugars in foods caramelize to form a browned, tasty crust when they're exposed to intense, dry heat. When choosing steaks and chops, look for thick cuts with lots of marbling. That means visible fat in the muscle. For poultry, we recommend parts with the skin still on. The natural fats in meat double as cooking fats, helping to create better browning by rendering quickly and keeping the cuts moist. A pan with excellent heat retention is crucial. Carbon steel, stainless steel, and cast iron pans are great for searing, especially those with flared sides and low walls. These allow moisture to escape fast, so you get good browning instead of steaming. Before you cook, pat your protein dry with a paper towel. Sprinkle your protein with at least a teaspoon kosher salt per pound. The salt will penetrate your meat and enhance flavor. When it's time to sear, place your pan over medium-high heat and give it plenty of time to preheat. Then swirl in a small amount of high smoke point oil and immediately add your meat. Try not to overcrowd your cuts. If you're searing a lot of meat, it may be best to work in batches. After the bottom is well browned and the meat easily releases from the pan, give it a flip. Despite what you may have heard, flipping your protein frequently promotes even cooking. Just make sure each side is sufficiently browned. For thicker cuts of meat that sear nicely but are slower to cook through, consider using the oven. You can transfer your pan into a preheated 350° Fahrenheit oven to finish cooking without any risk of burning your meat. When it's done cooking, transfer your meat to a cutting board and let it rest for 5 to 8 minutes. This makes sure it stays nice and juicy. And just like that, you have a perfectly pan-seared piece of meat. Whether it's steak, poultry, pork, or something else, the same tips will apply. Season well, pick the right pan, and avoid steaming for great sears every time. Get your own searing-ready skillet at Misen.com.